Okay, I haven't posted anything in a while. This is my own deck I'm trying to work on, trying to get the back of my house sided. I remodeled my kitchen a few years ago. This has been exposed for all this time, and it's not I'm not proud about it, but it's just the nature of my beast. Busy, busy, busy. So right now I got the deck all laid out. I'll try to post another video before. But anyways, trying to figure out the spacing in the back. I'm using conceal lock hidden fasteners. But the first board, I'm trying to figure out whether I should use 1/4 inch spacing between the ledger board. I got an issue here with the siding. I have to, because the rest of the house has another layer of siding, shingles underneath this. So what I have to do now is I have to make up this gap, I have to put inch Celtex on here before I even put the siding up, which means I gotta frame out around all the window, so I have some place to put my trim, then put the 1 inch, and then the set. I think that's what it'll do it. 1 inch should be fine. I might have to go a little. I think it goes up to 1.5 inches. I don't want to do it that thick, but trying to meet that siding. I could rip all of it off, take it right down to the. What are you gonna do? Another job, another project, somebody else's job. So, anyways, that's about it. Trying to get my workstation set up. In preparation for cutting siding, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, story of my life. Yeah, story of my life, my working life. This is in my own house. I'm trying to finish this up. Trying to get the decking. There's going to be a lower deck out front here, ground level. Just trying to get this done so I can get my Celtex up, get my siding up. As you can see, I'm already into the bad weather, and it's just that's the way it goes. I'm working on other stuff, and when I get time, the weather does not cooperate. So I'm just getting ready to cut the end joist here, and I'm going to put those and get the outer rim joist nailed on, screwed on, so I can get the corner bracing done for my posts here, post over there, get it G-taped up, and get the last 2 boards on there, and then keep working. Okay, I'm moving right along. Got my end laid out, the last boards, figured out where my end was going to be, got all my joists cut, got the rim joist on, got my G-tape on. G-tape, can't remember the manufacturer, but I found G-tape from watching Dr. Dex. He uses that exclusively for all his flashing. This flashing I used to use before I found out about G-tape. In fact, I use a little bit of zip tape now instead of this stuff. Is just stuff I got from Home Depot. It's okay, but it's too thick. The Z tape and the G tape are thin, and you don't have to worry about it build up at all. So this was before, and now everything I'm going to flash with would be with G tape or with zip tape. So this is Timberlock decking. I'm going to be putting Timberlock fascia on the sides. This is all going to be boxed in eventually. I'm going to have a lower deck out there. You can see the one. I got another one further out. There's going to be a lower ground level deck connected to this. I got to get my corner bracing in here now on both ends for my putting Regal Ideas railing up. So got to get that braced up and then get the last 2 boards on, and then trim these boards and keep moving along. Stay tuned. Okay, I got the corner bracing done on both sides. There. Got my G-tape on. So now I'm just getting ready to put the last two boards on. I'm using hidden fasteners on this Timbertech, and I'm using a solid board for my end board. So I can't use the hidden fasteners on this side of the second board. So I have to use some hidden fasteners, Cortex hidden fasteners that I have on the outside of this board and on the inside and outside of the final board. And then I'm going to get ready to trim these edges and get it ready to put some fascia up. I'm going to run the fascia up so that the top edge of the fascia is right level with the decking. You have an 1/8 inch space. This should be good. Okay, I ran into some serious hiccups. Fortunately, I have extra boards. I had a problem yesterday when I was installing these. I don't understand what's going on. I put hidden fasteners over on this side. This side I had to screw in because this is a solid board. This is a groove board. Okay, this is my end board. So these are all grooved, solid. The problem I was having is on the website, it doesn't say anything. It says to pre-drill. Anybody else says, no, you don't have to pre-drill. I watched some of these deck guys, and they just drill the fasteners in. Well, the problem, so I tried it on a scrap piece over there, and it seemed to be going okay. But when I got into it, what started happening is it started mushrooming. And I don't know if you can see that in the daylight. When it's real sunny, it stands out like a sore thumb. So all these plugs, and then the problem was mushrooming, and then the problem I was having is I didn't pre-drill these, and it wasn't setting these all the way, and I couldn't put a plug in there, a full-size plug. So I had to cut the plug in half, but it was still mushrooming around here. So now this mushroomed real bad right here. So this board's got to come out. This board's got to come out. This is about $100 mistake. This is just in the daylight. When you're looking at it from the daylight, this is all mushrooming. This one mushroomed real bad. Tried to repair it, but it got worse. So I don't want to do it, but I got to pull it out. What I did was I did a little experiment. Sorry about what I did was I drilled, it says to drill a 5/32 hole. So I drilled a pilot hole first. And then I got a drill that was pretty close to the head size of the screw and went in about 1/4 inch. And then these drove down perfect with no mushrooming at all. So what I am going to have to do is when I get these boards out, get a new one set in there. I'm going to pre-drill all these the way it's working here because I can't afford to keep replacing boards. And I talked to the Timbertech rep for our area, and he suggested doing instead of my DeWalt trusty impact, which I use all the time, he said use a driver. And I've been wanting to get this. This is the new Milwaukee drill driver. It has detachable heads. And so then when I went to use this, I had to put it on the drill mode and I couldn't screw them in without pre-drilling it. So I'm going to try it again, but I'm looking forward to using this Milwaukee drill. So anyways, stay tuned. I'll do another video when I get these boards out and get them back in, the new ones in. Okay, something else that I'm learning the hard way. This is Timbertech Legacy decking, and I'm installing this in probably not the, in colder weather, but the rep said, no problem, just keep your gaps the same. Well, now I have come to realize, as you saw before, I have to take these two boards out because they got messed up, mushroomed. So now I'm finding out that I've never had to take these boards off again. I've put Timbertech on before, never tried to take them off. Well, they won't come back out again, so I had to drill each of these heads out, and then I got to pry them up with a pry bar, pop them out of the hole, and then get vice grips, take the screws out, put new G-tape down. Oh boy, hard way. Lesson learned. So I'm going to get ready. Once I get these boards out, I'm going to get the new ones in. Like I said, fortunately I have extra boards, because the plan is to extend. This is going to be extended out to there in the spring. So hopefully I don't keep going through boards, right? That is the plan. These are expensive. Okay, I got the first board off, and I realized my problem. What was happening is these screws are holding my rim joist in. These are GRK. This is the size I used. And what's happening is, because I'm going dead center over here, both of these screws were hitting this and not going down any further. And that is why, because this one, after it's set in, so that is why I could not get these screws to set in while they were stripping, because they were hitting this screw. So after I get all these out, what I'm going to have to do is, this hole here, I went an inch in from the edge. So now I'm going to have to go 1.5 inches, and then I'm going to drill one every other joist and plug them that way. And this one back here, most of these were okay. Some of them still mushrooms, so I'm just replacing it anyways, but I'm still going to pre-drill it now because I'm so paranoid. But this is what was happening. So lesson learned. Learn from my mistakes. I'm not a professional deck builder. I do know construction, but this is a learning curve with I love Timbertech. I love the product, but there's nothing wrong with the product. It was just me not realizing that I was butting up there. So now once I get all these out, get the next board out, I'm going to put some more G-tape down to cover up these holes, and then try to redo everything and start over. This one here, I'm still going to have to go in like 1.5 inches so I don't go back in the same hole. So that should be all right, I hope. Okay, got the boards off. It was a challenge. They are not meant to come back off once they're out. But got them off. Got my G-tape back on. Now I'm going to get the boards. Start with a new board. And like I said before, I have to come change the pattern for my holes here. I got to go in. I went in 1 inch. I got to go in 1.5 inches so I don't go back in the same holes. And out here I have to go every other. And then this one, I got to figure out what I'm going to do here, because the screw goes in there. We'll see. I don't want to make a mistake again. Anyways, that's it. Okay, the verdict is in. I love this new Milwaukee driver. Just came out. They got a deal now. You get a free battery when you buy it. Pretty cool. Anyway, so first board's in. I pre-drilled 2 different drill sizes, 5/32, and then the next size up, I went down 1/4 inch to just a little smaller than the head size, and man, they went in perfect. They went in perfect. No mushrooming. Just came out looking awesome. I mean, maybe now that I'm not hitting the screws, maybe that was a key, but I think pre-drilling for Timbertech, maybe not AZAC, but Timbertech is definitely in order. This has worked for me, and I don't know if it's going to work for you, but this worked for me. Okay, got the end pieces cut. They came out pretty good. I have some secret juice to get the pencil lines out. I hope it works. They came out pretty good. Both sides came out good. So we're taking steps in the right direction. You can see these plugs. It's almost impossible. I have a whole bag, and I've looked through them all, and it's this pattern. I never realized how difficult it was to match up the plugs with this variegated pattern. Some came out real good, and then some out. Anyways, now I am going to bring a piece of fascia out, cut it. I'm planning on, these are going to be full-length stairs from one end to the other. And I'm planning on running the fascia down over the stringer, covering the sides of the stringer, and then I don't know if I'm going to miter or I don't know what I'm going to do here with the seam, but the fascia is going to come over, be all one piece all the way down. I've done it before, and it worked out pretty good. This all, like I said before, it's going to get boxed in with fascia down below. But that's not going to be till the spring. So we're getting there. I gotta start figuring this out, how much siding I'm going to need. I got to use 1-inch Celotex to match, because this has got existing siding underneath the vinyl. And anyways, long story, to meet the same profile, I got to use probably 1-inch Celotex over here so it's all even. So it's all even all the way along here. So okay, stay tuned. I'm gonna try to get the fascia on, and I'll do another clip of that.